You need to understand that Liv was here first. I'm sorry, how long have we all been inside this villa? Why are you talking to me about someone who was here first? Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing okay and everyone is doing well. Another day, another Love Island review, a very underwhelming one at that, okay? That episode was incredibly disappointing. Okay, disappointing, not only because they already gave us a sneak preview of today's episode and everyone was expecting, you know, hype. Yeah, a lot to unpick and unpack. So as I usually and always say, number one, if you haven't yet subscribed, what exactly are you waiting for? Of course, be sure to subscribe because I really hope you are enjoying these daily reviews. Number two, please be sure to also follow me on my Instagram and also on my Twitter as I aim to become a serious content creator this year. And number three, as always, please get cozy and comfy for hot arena and some snacks, and let's get into this review. Okay, so let us start off with the two Aussies, of course, entering the chat. You guys know that Jessie and Aaron joined the Love Island UK cast. Someone actually told me that I probably just wasn't even listening, but someone told me that they were actually contestants on the Australian Love Island. So I don't know why they keep repurposing old contestants. I mean, I'm sure thousands of people apply for Love Island every single year. Why are we not only finding people from across the globe, but why are we using more people that have already been on Love Island before? Exhibit A, I was about to say Exhibit B, but Exhibit A is of course Adam Collard. He had no business being on last season's show, but that's just me, okay? That's just me. Of course, they speak about the guys talking to Will and hyping him up about his chats with Jessie. You guys know that Will and Jessie had a chat, I believe, yesterday night. Yeah, our yesterday night, which she was there yesterday, essentially. And that combo was really cute. You guys really know how I feel about Will. Although he is the Hugo / Dr. Alex of the villa, he is an absolute sweetheart. Him and his little farm. I came across his TikToks and he is absolutely cute. But we'll also get into him and Jessie later on because, as you know, they ended up going on a date. And I'll be very honest in saying that as much as I think Jessie thinks he is cute and very sweet, I don't think she's interested in him. Or if she is going to be interested in him, I think it's because I don't want to say like a sympathy thing, which sounds really bad, but yeah, a sympathy thing. Anyway, let's move on to Ron and Lana having a conversation. She essentially addressed him about the whole cackling situation, which she spoke about in yesterday's review. As you guys know, Ron and Tanya were in bed and they were literally just cackling and laughing, and Lana, of course, ended up feeling some type of way. I don't really have much to say about them other than the fact that I think Lana is incredibly boring. I have already said this. I think the only time we ever see Lana's real personality come out is never, because she's only ever speaking about Ron and, oh, do you think he likes me? Oh, Tanya, this. So I actually find Lana quite boring. Ron was saying, you know, I know what's good for me, and then they ended up having a kiss. Ron is low-key starting to get on my nerves, and I know that's a big twist because you guys know I've been bigging up Ron from episode 1. I definitely always let everyone know if I was to swing that way, he's the type of guy I'll go for, blah, 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 blah. But in this episode, he showed me that men can truly be mad. I'm going to get into that shortly, all right? Definitely shortly. Let's move on to Kai and Tanya having a conversation. They were speaking about their couples. Tanya was 100% flirting with Kai, saying, oh yeah, do you want to sleep in my bed? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? You can tell that Kai 100% also feels that Tanya is a very good looking girl, very attractive, definitely someone that he wants to get to know, because if you remember clearly as well, they were together in a couple. I don't know if I have much to say about that. I have already said this. I think Kai is quite boring, which is why I think him and Anime suit on a serious and real note. But I also don't feel like Tanya was interested in Kai. I feel like Tanya is literally just looking at her options and just trying to go for the best ones. I mean, yesterday it was Ron, today is Kai. Who's it going to be tomorrow? Will. Who knows? Let's move on to the Never Have I Ever game, because this is when things 100% started to spice up in the villa. And it's a shame because the preview really gave us something, but the actual show itself didn't really give us as much as I know we all expected and hoped for. But we can start off with a few of the results, okay, the findings. One of them was if they're cheating on their partner. Anime and Tanya ended up having a drink. Done the in public. Olivia didn't drink, everyone else did drink. Do you know what's so crazy? Because I have my eye on Olivia so much, I honestly feel like she could be lying just for an attention thing. Like, oh my gosh, Olivia, you haven't, do you know what I mean? I don't know, but Olivia didn't drink and she was just looking around, but I don't trust that girl. Sorry, I don't trust that girl. Of course, I don't know who asked, but I think someone said, never have I ever been with a celebrity. And this is when we found out that, first and foremost, wait, because I'm still trying to allow it to process. Zara kissed Usain Bolt. I know she was itching, okay, absolutely itching to tell people that. But Tanya went to go and confess that she's kissed Notes. I shouldn't laugh because I actually do enjoy Notes' music, but that one, sis could have kept that to herself, okay? We are not losing sleep over that information. Let's just go there. And of course, this is when the drama ended off. This is when, and of course, this is where the drama started. But we're going to get into that very soon, okay? We're going to get to that very soon because this was honestly the start of this whole Olivia and Zara situation. We can quickly move on before we get into all of that, okay? We can quickly move on to Ron and Lana having a conversation. Of course, I think Lana had confessed to dating a famous person, said that he was an actor. So Ron, of course, is just like, okay, well, me and you are doing a thing now, so who exactly is this guy? She did confess it's someone by the name of Owen. Number one, this sounds really bad, guys, but when Lana talks, I just kind of zone out. So I know she said Owen, but I didn't even take out time to, you know, search who this Owen is. But if you know who the Owen is, please let me know. But I don't know if I care enough to look to look that person up. We can move on to Olivia and Jessie having a conversation, and they were, of course, speaking about Zara and Tom. What I found really weird, and I'm going to get into this anyway, is like, okay, Olivia is in a couple with Harris, okay? Harris and Tom, are those the same names? No. So you're not in a couple with Tom, correct? So why can you not just focus on Harris? Like, the situation is done. The recoupling has taken place over 48, because the recoupling was on Friday, over 48 hours ago. And Tom seems to still be on your lips, but he's not on your lips because you actually care. He's on your lips because you are triggered that, of course, he is with Zara. And she was, of course, telling Jessie, you know, oh, like, you know, apparently I think I was just taking things a bit slow, blah, blah, blah. And I honestly do feel like Zara does live in Olivia's head rent free, and we're going to get into that shortly, because as we also know, Olivia ended up pulling Tom for a chat. What was really strange was Zara was speaking to the rest of they were all basically together, right? So Zara was speaking to everyone else. I'm just like, I really apologize, I don't really know what her problem is. And Olivia obviously was speaking to Tom. And what I found really weird, right, if I'm going to be very honest with you, what I found really weird is, like, I feel like Olivia tries to make it seem like she doesn't care about the whole situation, but why are you pulling Tom to the side? And that's okay, all right? If you decide to pull someone to the side to have a little chat, you can do that. But I know for a fact Olivia does it fully knowing that it triggers Zara 100%. Tom as well, that one is not serious. He was like, oh yeah, I may be in a couple with Zara, but it doesn't completely write things off from me and you. I do want to get to know you. Just getting into Olivia's head, making her head bigger than it already is. And move on to Zara. So Zara, of course, was saying like, yeah, she's just delusional. Like, does she think I will come all the way to South Africa to rattle her? And even in that moment, guys, I actually forgot that they were in South Africa for some reason. I don't know why I thought they were in Spain, but that was even another reality check. South Africa is not down the road, okay? I've taken a 10 to 11 hour flight to come and find love in this villa, and you honestly seem to think that I've come here to be on your mind. It's not making any sense. So of course, one thing I didn't like, and I did tweet this as well, and you know what? It's just how interesting, okay, how interesting things can change. Because I remember when the season first started, I was like, oh my gosh, like Lana and Ron are just so cute. Like, oh my gosh, they're just so cute. That my money's on them, my this is on that. No. They can get on they can get their heck out of South Africa. They can actually get on the next flight back to the UK. Lana went to go and open her mouth. Even when she was talking, I said, I know, okay, I know that is not Lana speaking right now. But Lana was like, yeah, but obviously you need to understand that Liv was here first. I'm sorry, how long have we all been inside this villa? Why are you talking to me about someone who was here first? Let's make that make sense. Ron was also saying like, oh yeah, it's also a respect thing. I don't care if this girl is 27. I forgot how old Zara is. I think she's maybe like 25, 26. I don't care if she's 27. I don't care if she's my grandma. I don't care if she's my mum. Even though, guys, I am very respectful, okay? But I don't know this girl from anywhere, so they want us to believe. I'm really thinking in two heads right now. We're going to get into that anyway. But I don't know this girl from anywhere, if I'm going to be very honest with you. And I don't care much about her or her feelings or so and so. So how are you telling me, oh, it's a respect thing? Has she respected me? And I'm very big on that. If you want respect, you have to give respect. This whole situation about, oh, she was here first. We've all been in this villa for 12 hours. And I'm exaggerating because I know it's been a week, but still, we technically have all been here for 12 hours. So don't speak to me about who is first or not. So Lana and Ron, for that, as Nicole says, they can go in the bin, okay? In the bin ASAP. Of course, Zara ended up confronting Olivia about the chat with Tom, because Olivia and Tom ended up hugging, and Olivia decided to make her way back to the group of people. And Olivia was just like, oh yeah, it's private, so and so, you're just causing drama, you're just causing drama. And Zara was just like, you're talking to the guy that I'm in a couple with, why does that seem to be such an issue for you? So now Olivia, crying her Karen tears. And if you are a Karen, okay, watching this review, please turn off right now, because we do not tolerate those tears around here. I don't care what anyone says. Of course, Olivia ended up getting up, she started crying, walking away. Oh, she's just causing drama, she's such a this, she's such a that. But you're the one that started the drama, because I don't know why you seem to be so hung over Tom when you have your 21-year-old to be looking after. Has Harris eaten? Has Harris actually eaten? Yeah, it's Tom and Zara that seem to be in your mind. Olivia, make it make sense very quickly. Where am I going to move up to? Okay, let me quickly move on to Lana and Jessie, because Lana and Jessie ended up going to basically comfort her while she was crying. Lana and Jessie and Olivia can go. I hope and I pray that they are not trying to make them the it girls of this season, because neither of them give. Neither of them give. And my thing is, number one, not only was it Karen tears, okay, you cannot convince me otherwise, but it was very, very, very much uncalled for. Like, even Lana saying, like, I told her that you're stepping on toes. Is everyone married here with kids, with a mortgage set in place? Because we've only been here for 1 week. I need everyone to calm down. So I am very happy that Zara decided to stick up for herself. You're not going to bully me, you're not going to intimidate me. A lot of people were assuming, because there's no way, okay, there's no way Tom and his squarehead is causing all of this drama. There's absolutely no way. But we all know as well that Olivia and Zara did know each other prior to going into the villa. I don't know if they're pretending like they haven't, which is why a lot of people are confused, but there must be some outside beef between them that they need to solve, because there's no way, like I said, Tom and his squarehead is causing all of this drama. But yeah, Oyinbo tears, Oyinbo, sorry, my English, Oyinbo, no, my English, my Yoruba, Oyinbo tears do nothing to me. I was not crying over Olivia. If anything, she can get on the next flight, sorry, my English is actually through the roof today. She can get on the next flight back to the UK and stop those tears, because it's dramatic for no reason. And Lana, Ron and Jessie, you are getting major side eye from me. Let's move on to the following morning. Of course, Zara and Tom did have a brief conversation, and she just said, yeah, I feel like I need to nip this in the bud because things are getting personal. For me, that just confirmed that yes, they did know each other prior to entering the villa, and Zara just feels like it's just a bit much, because I actually don't know why Olivia was crying. Make it make sense. Of course, you guys know every single morning the girls go for a chat and the guys also go for a chat as well. In regards to the guys, is there anything major that I want to flag up? Tom, oh my gosh, I can't believe this guy is causing so much hoo-ha in this villa. But Tom was essentially saying that, you know, he does really like Zara. He's been 100% attracted to her, but he didn't like what happened the night before. Number one, I know they're not official, but if your girl is standing up for you, let's even talk about it. She's standing up for you, then you defend her, point blank, period. But also number two, I feel like Tom is just saying that because he low-key still wants to remain in Olivia's good books, which lets me know that he is 100% playing a game, because Zara didn't say anything wrong yesterday. She just said she doesn't want them to be she doesn't want it to be a triangle between them, sorry. So you need to dead it ASAP. So you saying, oh, I wasn't really too pleased with Harry yesterday. Close. Okay, close him out. Let's move on to the girls. I guess nothing really major other than the fact that Olivia said she needed a good night's sleep after last night. Okay, Karen. By the way, I remember seeing a tweet and someone said, oh, they hate when people call people Karens, but you a Karen, man. I don't know, I can tell you, you are a Karen. So let's move on to Kai telling the guys that he doesn't feel like there's a spark between Anime and he feels like he has a connection with Tanielle. Personally, I feel like it doesn't, although I do think him and Tanielle do have good chat, I feel like Kai would be boring with any person that he's with. So is it really the connection or is it you? Sometimes you need to look inwards. Okay, sometimes you need to do some self-awareness checks and look inwards. But I don't think I really care much about Kai and the anime situ. And like I said, I feel like Tanielle is playing a game, but I like her. I like Tanielle. She's giving us a drama. She's a true London babe, and I think that's why I resonate with her so well. Anyway, moving on to Olivia and Zara having a chat about the night before. Of course, they decided to sit down, and Olivia was like, you know, I'm just not here for the drama. which lets me know, once again, a lack of self-awareness, because you're the one that causes drama, but that is just that. But I 100% feel like they do and have acknowledged that they do know each other outside of the villa, because Olivia made a very sly comment and she was just like, oh, it's not even about the Tom situation, you know, it's other things. But what other things have really taken place in the villa that we know about or that we have seen? Nothing. So maybe it is an outside issue, an external issue that has just caused all the tension between them. But it is acknowledged that, you know, they're gonna squash the beef, and they ended up having a little cuddling your enemy. Anyway, the Bible says we should love our enemies, so let's move on. Okay, of course, I ended up getting a text that it was time for the Aussies' first date. Aaron and of course Jessie. So Aaron ended up picking Olivia and Lana, and Jessie ended up picking Will and Tom. I don't really have much to say about the date, other than I think Olivia and Aaron's date was okay. I don't think she has a spark with him. Her eyes are definitely still on Harris, and I guess still on Tom. But Will's date with Jessie was so sweet. He did say that he was very happy that he chose her. Like I said, I do think they are really cute, but I don't actually think Jessie likes him on such a level. And I think, I don't know, because she really liked him, because her and Tom had a very good date as well. There was a lot of giggling, a lot of chats, a lot of this, a lot of that, but her and Will seem to have a connection too. So I just hope it is actually genuine and nothing else, because Will's a sweetheart. Okay, Will is a sweetheart. And we can move on to Lana and Aaron and Jessie and Tom having a conversation / a date. Lana and Aaron, they were okay-ish. I guess it was nice to hear Lana speak about something else other than Ron. Like I said, I just don't think I really care for her as a contestant, but that's just me. And Jessie and Tom, sorry, I'm just trying to get their pictures in my head again. Jessie and Tom. Yeah, that was a good date as well. So yeah, they were okay dates. But this sounds really bad, but I don't know if I really care for the Australians in Love Island UK. I don't know, okay? I'm not trying to discriminate, okay? We are all humans, okay? Power to the people. But I don't know if I really care for them in this villa. Let's move on back to the villa. Anna May, and Tanya were having a conversation, and she said that she feels the ick about Kai. Like I said, I think they're both very boring, so I guess they're both icking each other. But like I have said in one of my other reviews, once a girl gets the ick, it is very hard for her to un-ick, okay? It is, if anything, it's actually impossible. Once a girl gets the ick, that is literally it, and that is final. But she was saying that she does find Kai quite boring, so do I see them lasting? 100% no. Let's move on to everyone else coming back from the date. So of course the girls decided to go and speak, and the guys decided to speak as well. Just a few things that I'll flag up because I don't really care about it too much. But Olivia was saying that she felt like it was her wedding day because of the backdrop. When I tell you this girl is so dramatic, people actually don't want to believe me, but she's 100% so dramatic. She was also saying as well that she wasn't really focusing on Aaron. All she can think about is Harris, 27 and 21. I have to keep saying that because we need to always remind each other that they are 6 years apart. And although age is nothing but a number, the way Olivia is acting, you would think she was 22 or even 20. You would. Let's move on to Lana. Lana also said that she was thinking about Ron. Surprise. You would think that they've all been in that villa for literally 1 whole year with the way they talk about love. But like I said yesterday, maybe I'm just a slow burner, and maybe people just like to move at these things so fast. And of course, Will was talking about Jessie, which was really cute. And Jessie was also letting the girls know as well that the date with Will was extremely cute as well. So it would be nice to see Will actually get someone, but I just don't know if Jessie likes him on such a level, and I think the rest of this week will really be very telling of whether or not something will blossom between them. So guys, that is the end of today's review. As you guys know, we were given the opportunity to vote for our favourite islander. I'll be very honest with you, none of these contestants actually good for me, if I'm going to be honest. I don't know how I feel about any of these contestants right now, but my votes went to Zara because of the nonsense that she had to deal with and endure on this episode. And the fact that no one really backed her when I think about it. I don't know if another conversation was had with other contestants, but it felt like Olivia was everyone's main priority during that whole situation, and I didn't think that was fair. So I decided to vote for Zara because I'm glad that she stood up for herself. And I also decided to vote for Will as the guy. Initially, I didn't know who I was going to vote for, but Will's cute. It would have gone to Ron if he didn't open his mouth today, like wham, but he did. So my vote ended up going to Will. So if you did end up voting, I would love to know who you also voted for in the comment section below. But overall, okay-ish episode. I do feel like the fight and the argument was definitely hyped up. I mean, it didn't give as much as we thought it did. Olivia and her Karen tears to the bin ASAP. Thank you very much. And anything else? No. Nothing else. So as always, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't yet subscribed, of course be sure to subscribe to make sure that you do not miss out on any of our uploads for the rest of these couple of weeks. Also be sure to follow me on my Twitter and also on my Instagram. And once again, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Please do take care, stay blessed, and I shall see you tomorrow. Bye.